Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guests today are from the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library, Evelyn Rosso and Jim Miller. Evelyn, welcome. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
And Jim Miller, thanks for being here as well.
Thank you, Dennis. Good to be here.
We're going to talk a little bit about Brewnost because fall is Brewnost season at the Czech Museum. A little bit different this year, of course, as is everything. But before we do that, I want to start off, as we've been doing a lot of these interviews, just kind of with a little bit of a check-in between pandemic and giant windstorm. Jim, how are things at the museum?
Things are okay at the museum. Yes, like everybody, it's a whole new year. We were closed for almost exactly 3 months, reopened the middle of June, and then we were closed for just a day under 2 weeks for the derecho. We did have damage to our building and some of our other property, especially our clock tower, and some of our property on 16th Avenue. Water in the building, not major damage, but damage nonetheless. So we've reopened, certainly, but we're talking to insurance agents and doing the things you do. But certainly compared to some others, we are in great shape. We've got some great exhibits right now. Storms and COVID aside, some great exhibits that we hope people will take advantage of seeing. But we're here, we're open, and onward we go.
Had to be a little PTSD for some members of the staff when water started coming into the museum.
It was, yes. We certainly have some staff that have been here since 2008 to go through the devastating 2008, and then, as some people call it, the pretend flood in 2016, and here we are again. But we're back and we're doing what we can. So,
well, I want to find out about the exhibits that you have going on now as well. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about Brewnost. This is the huge event that the museum does every year, the giant beer tasting and auction. It's just a ton of fun. But of course, in the fall of 2020, getting 1,000 people anywhere together is not a good idea. So, Evelyn, tell me how you are doing this event for 2020.
Sure. Yeah, we had an overwhelming response to a survey we sent out to our audience, our friends. The overwhelming response was, "We're so sorry. We won't be attending, even with social distancing measures in place, and that's okay. We want everyone to be safe." So we took sort of the three major components of that event that we think people really love, which is our raffle and the silent and live auction, and then the beer tasting and the food tasting. And we created a virtual take it home type event for folks, because of course this is our biggest fundraiser of the year, and like a lot of organizations, we really need to do something. So we have decided to do our raffle, but instead of the prize we offer every year, a trip to Prague, we are offering 3 prizes, which we're really excited about. We're offering a jacuzzi, a significant gift certificate to Goldfinch Cyclery over in Newbo, and then we're also offering a prize to upstate New York, which is inside the U.S. You don't have to fly if you don't want to. So the other aspect was, of course, is our silent and live auctions, and we've put those online instead. And so we think that's a great option. I think a lot of people are putting their auctions online, and it's just really easy. You can actually go to our website, www.ncsml.org/Brewnost, and there's a link there if you want to take a look. And then, of course, the biggest part was the beer and the food tasting.
Food and drink.
Yes,
exactly.
How are we
we can't do that over Zoom, unfortunately.
I know, it's hard. It's hard. But we've worked hard with Doug at John's Grocery. They've always been a big partner with us every year. And so he's going to do a virtual tasting, and the packages, you can buy a package and it comes with beers. You can choose one with 6 beers or 12. And so he's going to do a special virtual tasting with the purchase of your package. There are cool glasses with a special edition 2020 logo on them. We've got a special popcorn mix from Almost Famous. And then we, of course, have this cool little restaurant booklet It's an entertainment guide basically, and it partners with normally our breweries, the restaurants that are normally here on site. They have generously offered to offer specials for the end of September and October that folks can take advantage of. So we think it's a really cool deal, and enables everybody to feel safe, but also support the museum.
So you can dine out if that's good with you, or the weather's nice and you can go outside, or of course you can probably pick up the food and go home and use the tasting stuff. And it's kind of a roll your own Brewnost.
Exactly. And many of the special offers that restaurants are offering include that to go aspect to them.
And we think also it's a great way. This is the year 17 for Brewnost, and it's ebbed and flowed in its format through the years, but this is the year that absolutely we want to say thank you to our restaurant and brewery partners, to say, you know what, these folks need business just like every business.
Yeah.
But this is the year to, yes, either go eat there or get it to go. But to say, yep, this is the year to go to them. We're not all coming here, but great food and beverage partners. We obviously couldn't do the event at all without them.
Yeah.
You also are not setting aside a particular night or day or time for everybody to do this. It's kind of going on right now, right?
Yeah, so we've gone on sale with our packages. You can just go to our website and there's easy links right there to click through if you want to go and order your package right now. We're pre-selling them because of course we're putting it all together and making them ourselves. So people can come and pick them up beginning on September 23rd. We're going to have windows of time, the 23rd, 4th, and 5th, for folks to come and pick them up. And then starting then they can enjoy those packages. The tasting will be October 1st, and then we're going to do our raffle drawing on October 2nd.
And the other thing also is, and we certainly, there's no deadline for any of this. You can keep the book and use it for 2 months, but we do have anyone that there's a page on each page in the book is for one destination. And if you get 3 of them, 3 stickers, you were entered in our drawing. So again, we're really encouraging folks to either go to the restaurants or get it to go, but to really reach out and help them out.
You can kind of do this online, but there's also the packages that you're doing at the museum that people can come and pick up, or can they order those too?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they should pre-order those for sure. We don't necessarily have them ready to go right now. Of course, with the derecho, just to be perfectly honest, I think everybody got behind on ordering anything. And then of course, shipments just got behind. So we possibly will have, and I'm not sure about this yet, we might have some for sale on site on the 23rd. But right now we're just doing pre-sales online.
Okay, so pre-sales for now, then pick them up beginning the 23rd, and then kind of the official, unofficial day is October 1st.
Yeah, exactly.
And the drawing then a day or 2 later, yes?
Yeah, the day after, on the 2nd. That was our original Brewnost date for our live event.
Well, of course, we've hit people with a lot of information, a lot of procedures.
Yep.
But they can visit your website, I'm sure, to get the full instructions and make sure they do everything in the right order.
Yep. If you just go to ncsml.org, right at the top, there's a little banner and you can click on it that says Brewnost, and all the information you need is there, or you can call the museum.
Talking with Evelyn and Jim from the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library about Brewnost. But Jim, at the top of the interview, you mentioned the exhibits that are going on, and this is a great time to stop by the museum because I'm sure that you have reduced admission numbers in place. It's a huge, big place. You can walk through the exhibits and feel very safe. So tell me what exhibits are going on.
Absolutely. Yes. For folks that haven't been here, yes, we're a very large building, and we put everything in place that we can from, we do require masks for everyone in the building. If you don't have them, we will provide you with one. Hand wash stations, every social distancing, spacing people out, all of that. So we're very safe. We're very cognizant of that. We want folks to be comfortable here. But again, we do require a mask when you are in the building. But we have 2 exhibits. One that will end just before Brewnost, actually, is called Artists as Activists. And it truly is a world-class, that might be an overused term, but a world-class art exhibit. These are folks from around the world. Most of this artwork has never been in America, let alone in Iowa. That these are artists that express their art through political activism or through those type of situations. But again, we have folks in there from, of course, we have a Czech artist, but we have folks from all over the country, and it's really, it'll make you think. That the exhibit absolutely will make you think about politics and political statements and how you express that. And then across the hall, we also have through late October, an exhibit regarding robotics. And many folks may not know, the term robot was actually first used 100 years ago in a play by a Czech playwright. And the term robot loosely translates into forced labor. But again, an interesting exhibit on robotics. We also partnered with Metro High School. They have a STEAM robotics team, and also Collins Aerospace that of course has been involved with robots and technology forever. But an interesting exhibit, and again, that one goes through late October. And then we will open 2 new exhibits in October and November. We'll talk another time about that. But yes, it's a great time to visit. And yes, our attendance, quite frankly, is about half of what it normally is. Like most museums and arts and culture, we're all trying to keep it rolling. So a great time to visit.
Well, thanks so much for joining me today. Again, great time to visit the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library, very safe. And also, of course, you can order your package now for Brewnost and maybe pick that up and do a walkthrough of the museum when you do that. Again, people can visit the website for the museum if they want any more information or they want to pre-order their packages for Brewnost. Correct, Evelyn?
That is correct.
Again, I want to thank you both for being with me today. Evelyn Rosso, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Dennis.
And Jim Miller, thanks for joining us as well.
As always, thank you. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio many weekdays at 10:20, or download the podcast, watch or listen on your own schedule at kcck.org/culture or using your favorite podcast app. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.